What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today, well, first off, I want to say thank you guys so much. We picked our 10,000 subscriber winner giveaway, and today in this video, we are going to be basically announcing the 20,000 subscriber $100 gift card giveaway. So if you want to, leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys, of course, are subscribed. But today we're going to be talking about the meta team right now when it comes to AFK Journey, because it can safely be said there is a combination of heroes that are pretty much unstoppable for free-to-play and low spenders in the early game. Now, a lot of the stuff you've seen here has been more endgame whale-ish type stuff, but today we're going to be a little refreshing and show you guys even ways to see how other people might have beat waves that you are stuck on. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about the meta team. Let's get going. So first off, really quickly, before we talk about the meta team that is all the craze right now, if you guys are ever stuck in your AFK adventures and you want to see how someone else might have beaten the setup, maybe just the hero configuration is a little different even though you have the same heroes, go down to this little Smokey. It's right, you know what, hold on, I'm gonna close myself off here. Let's get rid of Barry Gaming here for a second. Goodbye me, and here is the little icon behind my face. You see this little bitty itty bitty exclamation mark right there, and scroll, click on that guy right there, and when you do that, you bring up the stage that you are on. You can go to records and see how other people have beaten the stages. Now for me, it doesn't help out too much because most everybody that's this far is having some like crazy hero lineup nowadays. They got like Scarlita up to Supreme, so for someone like me in the later game, it doesn't really help. But if you're stuck somewhere in the early game, this is an amazing feature to see what other people of similar power levels have done to beat the level. Now moving on, let's talk about, well, just the team that is destroying everything in the game right now. It starts off with your damage dealer being Cecia, and Cecia is going to be playing a huge role because, well, as you guys know, with her ultimate, she summons Mr. Carlyle, and my goodness, he can dish out some damage. However, he's a little squishy and he doesn't quite get to survive for that long. However, the support heroes we're going to be putting with Cecia are very key. Now, as far as your front row tanks go, there's going to be two heroes you're going to pretty much be rotating between. The first one, very easy to get, Antandra. She is an A-level hero. She's very strong. Her shield assault and everything are absolutely amazing. Shield formation, all these things taunt the enemies, shields her and another ally. Is a great way to kind of have some survivability in the front row. Surprisingly, for an A level, she's extremely tanky, so she's usually your front line. However, there's one reason why we say get a single Brutus copy on your account, because there's some ways that initial wave of damage coming into the front line is just too much, and sometimes you do need to throw the Brutus in, mainly because of Indomitable. Basically, anytime he takes fatal damage the first time, he goes immune for 5 seconds. For those 5 seconds, whatever damage comes and hits him doesn't matter. He's going to stay there. He's going to be protecting your back line, mainly your damage dealer Cecia, and 3 support heroes we're about to go over. Now, these 3 support heroes are probably going to be some of the most crucial. Brutus, Antandra, very good. Technically, you could probably swap Antandra out for someone like Thorn if you do have a very strong Thorn, but the one thing of using Thorn is you're going to lose out a little bit on your aura. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about with faction aura, when you jump into combat here, up the top left, you got your faction bonus aura. The more of the same faction you have on the battlefield, the better. Like, very much so. You're going to get a ton of extra stats, which in the early game is going to help out a ton. Now, why is that? Because there's a couple heroes you really want to have. Smokey Meerky is one of the best, or one of, if not the best, healing support heroes in the game. His special aroma is interesting because he can't move, but when he casts it, it goes to a very wide circle, as you guys have seen, and this heal is amazing. Not only that, he also increases the attack of all of his allies, and he just heals everybody initially with his aroma that kind of just gets that aura is just so strong. So he's usually your main throughput healer on this team, while also, of course, buffing your attack. After Smokey and Meerky, there's another hero that is very helpful in this strategy, and that is Rowan, and that's mainly due to Rowan's ultimate. The fact that he can throw coins everywhere, feed energy to your support heroes, to your Cecia to get Cecia's ultimate off faster. This speeds up combat and means your front row tank, Antandra or Brutus, doesn't have to live as long for this strategy to work out. Because with Rowan, he's also feeding energy to the last and probably one of the most important pieces to this meta team, and it's the reason why typically you have Odie and you have your Kruger on your banner, your wish list first. Once you get like a single Kruger copy, you immediately switch off and you go to Koko, because Koko is by far one of the most dominating support heroes in the game, and it's not even like due to healing, it's due to her full energy ability. When she uses this, all allies grants them all 45% damage reduction for 12 seconds. That is an insane amount of damage reduction. The reduced damage will be recorded and settled once as true damage when the skill duration ends. When the skill takes effects, all allies gain life drain, which is amazing to heal back up, and attack. While active, the effect cannot be dispelled and prevents Koko from recasting it again. So she can't like chain cast it. Everybody has to lose the full energy buff before she can cast it a second time. But she is very, very important to have, because there's a certain combo you need to have happen. In my opinion, controlling this team manually is very important when it comes to two of these ultimate abilities. One of them is going to be Koko, and the second one is going to be the Cecia. Now, why is that? Well, you want to get Cecia's Mr. Carlyle out first, so that then Koko casts her ultimate ability, giving him the additional 45% damage reduction. That is going to make him legitimately a replacement tank. So even if your Antandra or your Brutus does go down during this time where Rowan, Meerky, Koko, and all of them are working together to get Cecia her active off, that happens, then the damage reduction goes down, and then basically you are not going to lose Mr. Carlyle for the rest of the battle, and it is a crazy strong lineup. Now, I'll try to show you an example of it here. However, don't know if it's going to go very well since I've been pushing pretty far here, but it's pretty similar to the normal type strategy I've been running with Cecia and everything. The only addition is my lower tiered Koko. I haven't needed to use her yet, but oh my goodness, is she strong. So let's jump in. Let's just see how this turns out. I don't know if we're actually strong enough here. We're going to slow down the speed. It looks like our Thorn's strong enough. So again, Rowan's going to get his ultimate off, and now Smokey Meerky gets his off, and then here's where I like controlling it. Right here, I want to get Cecia's off first, and then once he's summoned, then I want to hit this on Koko, and then we are golden, because now you're going to have this super ridiculously tanky unit. Mr. Carlyle would have already been gone in that amount of time if it wasn't for Koko, and then of course if it doesn't work, it just means you're kind of limited on your power. So let me know what you guys think about this meta team. Again, it's been very, very useful. However, a lot of people, if they're just running it on auto, they might have Koko use her ultimate too soon, and then Mr. Carlyle's not out yet, and usually he will not get that buff unless he's in the kind of process of being summoned. So again, if you guys want a chance to kind of get some extra resources for in-game, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Of course, you have to be subscribed to win, and hopefully we can get to 20,000 subs really quickly. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.